So if you weren't working on TFT or you're working at Riot, what would be your dream project? Like, what would be your
So
goal?
If you had 3 months to make it, what would you
oh god, no. I take a 3-month vacation. No. The game I tell people that, like, if I don't make one of these before I retire, then I'm a failure. Is I want to make a Metroidvania.
Ooh.
You know, the Hollow Knights of the world, you know, Guacameles, Oris, etc. I want to make a Metroidvania. I've my my sophomore student project was actually a co-op Metroidvania, and the art was terrible and the controls were okay, but like it was actually pretty cool. And like doing all the leveling systems, the items, the equipping, the level design, the flow, the puzzles, getting the double jump and accessing new area, like all of that stuff. I want to make one of those.
Yeah. I was really, really, really late to the Metroidvania genre. My first real, I think, the first real Metroidvania game that I ever played was Hollow Knight, and it blew me away so hard that I'm just like, this is the genre of game that might be my favorite now. I went back and I
Have
played
you played
Ori,
Symphony
Ori
of the Night
2.
yet?
No, I really want to go back and play like the original Vania games. But I'm afraid that I won't be able to enjoy them because I don't have the nostalgia factor. I found
Play Symphony of the Night. Symphony of the Night
Okay.
has aged well.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I think I'll give it a shot. Something that I do find a lot and not related to that is going back and playing games that other people have like major nostalgia for. It hasn't worked out for me yet. The big one was WoW Classic. WoW Classic came out, and all my friends were like, "You have to play WoW with it. This is the best game ever made. Amazing
So
game."
I have a weird thing about nostalgia, and I admit before I say this that I might be completely biased, but I think everything in the 2D era, especially in the SNES era, has actually aged really well. Those games are still really good. As soon as you cross over into the 64 PS1 era, get out. Get out. Those games have not aged well at all.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, I
like
think
you
that's
can
true.
yeah.
My theory,
Well,
based off nothing, is because back in the SNES days and the NES days, it was game design. Game design drove what the game was. They didn't have any really art or cool
Yep.
engineering or gimmicky things to fall back on. So I think
Yep.
that's why they feel like they've held against the test of time, because good design is good design.
Yep. Yep.
that's a good point, though. What you were saying about the N64 days is, I think even the biggest Ocarina of Time fans, and I love Ocarina of Time. It's hard to go back and play Ocarina of Time like in the original form, not the 3DS remake, and be like, hey, this is a really enjoyable game. And some of that is because you have played it to death, but some of it's because, hey, I mean, the sea controls are terrible.
Yeah.
The fishing minigame makes no sense.
But by
Gerardo,
comparison, Link to the Past is still a very enjoyable 2D Zelda. It's still really good.
Yep.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Maybe I'll give it a shot. I just wanted to finish my WoW anecdote because I thought this was really funny.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Everyone I know, and I know Larry, you played WoW. Did you ever play WoW?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you okay? So you probably have like some level of nostalgia for it. I never played WoW. I only ever played one MMO, and it was a terrible one. So I didn't really have much nostalgia for it. I went into playing WoW Classic with my friends, and my experience was waiting in a login queue for 6 hours, joining in a very crowded starting zone with a bunch of people jumping around, and my most exciting experience from the entire event was learning how to conjure water and just giving it to random people at an early level. And I was part of the area where I think it was Hogger, where people were lining up to kill Hogger or something. And you literally had to wait in a queue for an hour.
I remember seeing those screenshots. Yep. The lines.
Like, this is fun for you guys, and they're like, yeah, it's great. I'm like, all right. I guess I
started playing WoW like a month after it came out, so thankfully I dodged a lot of that stuff.
And I mean, I don't know how much of that is just from the classic being so popular at launch. I'm sure if you went back and played it today, it would be a little bit better experience. But
yeah,
it didn't hit me well. Did you play Classic or WoW? Did you play the re-release of WoW Classic, Larry?
No.
Oh no. Well.
Oh wait. Sorry. No. No, I never. I, I, I'm kind of like wowed out.
Yeah.
Uh, most of it's not because I played the game a lot. I haven't. It's because everyone that I do play with are very hardcore, and they're like, it's out. Yay! 24 hours later, I'm max level, and I'm like, I just got to the first quest area. Like, what the hell? They're like, Larry, you're too slow. I'm like, it's because I'm trying to play the game.
That is the most frustrating part of MMOs. When you want to play with friends, is everyone plays at a different rate, and whether it's because they don't have the time, or they don't have the energy, or they just don't have like the crazy lizard brain that just goes, "This is how I optimize this XP gain perfectly."
So
It
one of my crazy gamer moments here is I have server first level 80 human and rogue.
Oh wow,
So
right
yeah,
on.
you
definitely
should get
know about
a
the
little
like craziness.
plaque on the wall. Be like first human on what
I
server
have
did you
the
play on?
achievement. The achievement's still in the account. Feels good.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
nice.
awesome. That is something that I really miss about older days of gaming. I feel like achievements have really lost a lot of their luster
Oh
over the
yeah.
years. You still
Not
have
really
Steam
achievements
achievements,
anymore.
but nobody really cares about Steam achievements. Um,
Yep.
Yeah.
I never got into it, but the Xbox days where people would literally like grind for the most gamer score.
Yep.
Not
Oh
me,
yeah.
but I always thought that was really cool because people had like
Yeah.
they'd buy
No,
these terrible games just because they have like the most
The gamer
numbers,
points.
easiest to
Yep.
get. It
yeah,
was so
Yep.
stupid,
yeah.
but I loved it. Um, oh
Then it
man,
turns into like golf, where the lower the score, the better.
Yeah.